If you've ever really made a colossal mistake or had a big meltdown in your life or your business, then you may be familiar with a phenomenon called disappointment avoidance. Hi, I'm Melanie Benson-Strick. I'm America's leading small business optimizer, and I've got a quick mindset tip for you. Conditioning your mind for higher levels of success is just as important as anything else you invest in. And one of the reasons why I know this is because I've been coaching and all kinds of thought leaders and entrepreneurs for the last 15 years. And I came across something that I've come to understand is called disappointment avoidance. And what that means is that sometimes when we've had a disappointment or we fear we might get disappointed, our subconscious mind will work really hard to avoid feeling that kind of pain. Nobody likes to feel disappointed. We don't want to think about failing at something and what that might mean to us. But the truth of it is, when we're avoiding disappointment, we're actually probably playing things too safe. And we might be in this place where we're doing just enough not to fail, but not enough to really succeed, because our mind's wrapped around this weird little pattern where we're trying really hard not to fail. So we don't want to take too big of a risk. And when we're in disappointment avoidance, it's a really interesting dynamic. It'll feel a little bit like you're walking through a gray cloud. You can't quite get clarity. Nothing really seems to work. You feel like you're in this kind of lull of activity. And that's because your subconscious mind is trying to protect you from yourself. It literally does not want to have any kind of pain. Nobody does, really, right? But we're so caught up in avoiding feeling disappointed or maybe even disappointing someone else that we just do enough to play it safe. It's a slippery slope, that little thought pattern, because deep down inside, what we really want is success. We want to make a greater impact. We want to be able to do more with our skills and this genius that was put inside of us. And yet, when we're caught up in disappointment avoidance or fear avoidance or any of these patterns, we're actually never going to be able to achieve the very thing that we want, because our mind is avoiding something. And the minute that avoidance kicks in, we start doing things that sabotage our short-term activities, and we just can't quite get ahead. So if this is something that you suspect is up for you, or you think you might have some kind of success barrier, then I'd like to share a resource with you. I wrote a little book called Rewired for Wealth, and I'd like to share it with you because I think it might help pinpoint where some of the things that you might be unconsciously doing that are holding you back are really the reason why. It's not because you're not doing the right marketing. It's not because your offers aren't right. It may not even be because you're not taking the right action. Or maybe it is. But because your mindset isn't conditioned for higher levels of success, you may be silently sabotaging the very things you think you want. So be sure to grab a copy of the book while it's still free at www.rewiredforwealth.com. And I look forward to hearing your breakthroughs and your ahas once you've downloaded and read the book. Bye for now.